Welcome to Wisdom Audiobooks. Have you ever wondered why some people achieve extraordinary success while others struggle to make ends meet? What separates those who build wealth and happiness from those who remain stuck in mediocrity? The answer lies within your mindset, actions, and strategies, and this audiobook will guide you step by step to unlock the secrets of wealth creation. The audiobook Think and Grow Rich: Your Path to Wealth and Success is written and published by Wisdom Audiobooks. In Think and Grow Rich: Your Path to Wealth and Success, we'll explore timeless principles that have transformed countless lives. These lessons aren't just theories. They're practical tools designed to help you overcome challenges, achieve financial independence, and live a fulfilling life. We understand the struggles you face, whether it's feeling trapped in a cycle of financial instability, fearing failure, or simply not knowing where to start. Many of you are searching for clarity, direction, and actionable steps to take control of your future. Others may feel overwhelmed by societal pressures or personal doubts. Regardless of where you are on your journey, this audiobook is crafted specifically for you. Let me assure you, you're not alone. Every successful person has faced setbacks, moments of doubt, and seemingly insurmountable challenges. But what sets them apart is their ability to rise above these obstacles through determination, strategy, and a growth-oriented mindset. We're here to walk alongside you as you navigate this path toward wealth and fulfillment. This audiobook isn't just another self-help resource, it's a roadmap to transformation. You'll learn how to rewire your thinking, set clear goals, master financial literacy, build powerful networks, take consistent action, and embrace failure as a stepping stone to success. Each chapter is packed with real-world examples, actionable advice, and inspiring stories to keep you motivated every step of the way. As Napoleon Hill once said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." This audiobook will empower you to dream bigger, act smarter, and create the life you truly deserve. So stay tuned until the end, because each lesson builds upon the next, giving you a holistic framework for lasting success. Your wisdom journey starts here. Chapter 1: The Power of Mindset: Unlocking the Secrets to Wealth. The Power of Mindset. In this chapter, we'll dive deep into the foundation of all success, your mindset. Whether you realize it or not, your thoughts shape your reality. By understanding the role of mindset and learning how to cultivate a growth-oriented perspective, you'll unlock doors to opportunities you never thought possible. This chapter will guide you through the science behind mindset, how it influences your actions, and why it's the key to unlocking wealth and success. We'll also explore practical strategies to identify and overcome limiting beliefs, develop resilience, and adopt a mindset that propels you toward your goals. Let's get started. 1. Understanding the role of mindset in success. Let's begin by addressing a fundamental truth: your mindset determines your outcomes. Think about it. Why do two people with similar backgrounds and resources often end up in vastly different places? It comes down to how they think. A scarcity mindset, the belief that there's never enough, can hold you back. On the other hand, an abundance mindset opens doors to possibilities. As Tony Robbins famously stated, "The only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment." When you shift from "I can't" to "I will," you begin to attract opportunities that align with your vision. But what exactly is a mindset? A mindset is a set of beliefs and attitudes that shape how you perceive the world and respond to challenges. It's like the lens through which you view life. If your lens is clouded by negativity, fear, or doubt, you'll struggle to see opportunities. However, if your lens is clear and optimistic, you'll find solutions even in the toughest situations. Consider this example. Imagine two entrepreneurs starting businesses during an economic downturn. One believes, "This is impossible, no one will buy my product." The other thinks, "This is challenging, but I can adapt and find creative ways to thrive." Guess who succeeds? The second entrepreneur, because their mindset drives them to take action instead of succumbing to fear. Here's a quick exercise. Take a moment to reflect on your current beliefs about money, success, and yourself. Are they empowering or limiting? Write them down. You'll need this list later when we discuss breaking free from negative patterns. Now, let's delve deeper into the science behind mindset. Research shows that our thoughts influence our emotions, which in turn affect our behaviors. For instance, if you constantly think, "I'm not good enough," you'll feel insecure and hesitate to take risks. Over time, this pattern reinforces itself, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. On the flip side, adopting a positive mindset rewires your brain. Neuroscientists call this phenomenon neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. When you practice thinking positively, your brain literally changes, making it easier to maintain a growth-oriented mindset. As Norman Vincent Peale, author of The Power of Positive Thinking, once said, "Change your thoughts, and you change your world." This principle applies directly to building wealth and achieving success. To further illustrate this point, consider the story of Thomas Edison. He failed over 10,000 times before successfully inventing the light bulb. Yet, he viewed each failure as a step closer to success. His mindset wasn't focused on setbacks, it was focused on progress. So ask yourself, what kind of mindset are you cultivating? Are you allowing fear and doubt to dictate your choices, or are you embracing challenges as opportunities for growth? 2. Identifying limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are like invisible chains, they restrict your potential without you even realizing it. Common examples include, "I'm not smart enough to succeed." "Money doesn't grow on trees." "Success is only for lucky people." These beliefs often stem from childhood experiences, societal conditioning, or past failures. But here's the good news, they're not permanent. Let me share a personal anecdote. Early in my career, I believed that financial success was reserved for those born into privilege. I grew up hearing phrases like, "We're not rich, so don't expect too much." These words shaped my perception of money and limited my aspirations. It wasn't until I realized these were just beliefs, not facts, that I began to break free from them. To identify your own limiting beliefs, ask yourself, what excuses do I frequently make? What fears stop me from pursuing my dreams? What narratives do I repeat about myself? Once you've identified them, challenge them. For instance, if you believe, "I'm not good with money," replace it with, "I am capable of learning financial skills and managing my wealth wisely." Maya Angelou once said, "If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude." This applies perfectly to overcoming limiting beliefs. Another powerful tool is reframing. Instead of saying, "I failed at this project," say, "This project taught me valuable lessons." Reframing shifts your focus from negativity to growth, helping you build resilience. Let's try another exercise. Think about a recent challenge you faced. How did your mindset influence your response? Did you approach it with curiosity and determination, or did you give up prematurely? Reflecting on this will help you recognize areas where your mindset may be holding you back. 3. Developing a growth mindset. Now that we've uncovered the barriers, let's focus on building a growth mindset, a mindset that thrives on challenges and sees effort as a path to mastery. Carol Dweck, a renowned psychologist, explains that individuals with a growth mindset view failures as opportunities to learn. Instead of saying, "I failed," they say, "I learned." Here's how you can develop this mindset. 1. Embrace challenges. Step out of your comfort zone regularly. Start small. Take on tasks that push your boundaries. 2. Seek feedback. Constructive criticism helps you improve. Surround yourself with mentors and peers who uplift and guide you. 3. Celebrate effort over results. Focus on the process rather than immediate outcomes. Progress takes time. Remember Henry Ford's words. "Whether you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right." Your mindset shapes your destiny. One practical strategy is journaling. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for and 1 thing you learned. This practice trains your brain to focus on positivity and growth. Another technique is visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself achieving your goals. Picture every detail, the sights, sounds, and emotions. Visualization primes your subconscious mind to work toward your desired outcome. As Zig Ziglar once said, "Your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude." Cultivating a growth mindset is about adopting an attitude of possibility and perseverance. 4. Real-life examples of successful mindsets. To truly understand the transformative power of mindset, let's explore some real-life examples of individuals who overcame immense challenges to achieve extraordinary success. These stories will not only inspire you but also provide actionable insights into how a growth-oriented mindset can shape your destiny. Example 1. Oprah Winfrey, from poverty to global influence. Oprah Winfrey's journey is one of the most remarkable examples of how mindset can change everything. Born into poverty in rural Mississippi, Oprah faced numerous hardships, including abuse and discrimination. Despite these challenges, she refused to let her circumstances define her. Early in her career, Oprah was fired from a job as a news anchor because she was told she wasn't fit for television. Instead of letting this setback crush her spirit, she used it as motivation to prove herself. She went on to host her own talk show, which eventually became a global phenomenon. Today, Oprah is not only one of the most influential media personalities, but also a billionaire philanthropist. Her secret? A relentless belief in her potential and an unwavering commitment to growth. Oprah once said, "Turn your wounds into wisdom." This mindset allowed her to transform pain into purpose and adversity into opportunity. What can we learn from Oprah? First, never let external opinions dictate your self-worth. Second, embrace challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. And finally, focus on continuous learning and self-improvement. Example 2. Elon Musk, the visionary who defied doubt. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, and several other groundbreaking companies, is another shining example of the power of mindset. When Musk first announced his vision of colonizing Mars, many dismissed him as unrealistic or even delusional. Critics laughed at the idea of reusable rockets, claiming it was impossible. But Musk didn't let skepticism deter him. He adopted a mindset rooted in innovation and resilience. Instead of focusing on what others thought, he concentrated on solving problems and pushing boundaries. His perseverance paid off. SpaceX successfully launched and landed reusable rockets, revolutionizing space exploration and making interplanetary travel a tangible possibility. Musk's approach teaches us two critical lessons. 1. Dream big. Don't limit your vision based on current limitations or societal norms. As Musk himself said, "When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor." 2. Persist relentlessly. Success often requires enduring failure after failure without losing sight of your goal. By adopting a mindset like Musk's, one that embraces risk, values creativity, and refuses to accept impossible as an answer, you position yourself to achieve greatness. 5. Practical strategies to cultivate a wealth-oriented mindset. Now that we've explored inspiring examples, let's dive into practical strategies you can implement today to cultivate a wealth-oriented mindset. These techniques are designed to help you rewire your thinking patterns and align your mindset with financial success. Strategy 1. Practice gratitude daily. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance. When you focus on what you already have, you attract more positivity and opportunities into your life. Start by keeping a gratitude journal. Each morning or evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be monumental. They could be as simple as having a roof over your head, enjoying a delicious meal, or receiving support from a loved one. Over time, this practice trains your brain to notice abundance rather than lack. Melody Beattie, author of The Language of Letting Go, once said, "Gratitude turns what we have into enough and more." By practicing gratitude consistently, you create a fertile ground for wealth and success to flourish. Strategy 2. Surround yourself with positive influences. Your environment plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, or toxic influences, it becomes challenging to maintain a growth-oriented perspective. Take inventory of the people and content you engage with daily. Are they uplifting and inspiring, or do they drain your energy and reinforce limiting beliefs? Seek out mentors, friends, and communities that encourage growth and celebrate your progress. Additionally, consume content that fuels your ambition: books, podcasts, audiobooks, and videos that inspire you to dream bigger and work smarter. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely who those 5 people are." Strategy 3. Visualize your ideal future. Visualization is a technique used by top performers across industries to manifest their goals. By vividly imagining your desired outcome, you program your subconscious mind to recognize opportunities that align with your vision. Here's how to practice visualization effectively. 1. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. 2. Close your eyes and picture yourself achieving your goals. Imagine every detail, the emotions, surroundings, and sensations. 3. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each day immersed in this mental movie. For example, if your goal is financial independence, visualize yourself living debt-free, investing wisely, and enjoying the freedom to pursue your passions. This exercise strengthens your belief in the possibility of achieving your dreams. As Muhammad Ali once said, "I am the greatest. I said that even before I knew I was." Visualization helps you internalize your greatness and act accordingly. Strategy 4. Take consistent action toward your goals. A wealth-oriented mindset isn't just about thinking positively, it's about taking consistent action. While mindset lays the foundation, action builds the structure. Break your larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. For instance, if your ultimate aim is to build a successful business, start by researching your market, creating a business plan, and networking with industry professionals. Celebrate small wins along the way to stay motivated. Consistency is key. Even small actions, when repeated regularly, compound over time to produce significant results. Think of it like planting seeds in a garden. You may not see immediate growth, but with patience and care, your efforts will bear fruit. Earl Nightingale, a pioneer in personal development, once said, "Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. Every step you take brings you closer to achieving your dreams." 6. Final thoughts on mindset transformation. Transforming your mindset is a lifelong journey, not a one-time event. It requires conscious effort, self-awareness, and a willingness to challenge old habits and beliefs. But remember, every great achievement begins with a shift in perspective. By embracing the principles outlined in this chapter, understanding the role of mindset, identifying limiting beliefs, developing a growth-oriented attitude, and implementing practical strategies, you're laying the groundwork for lasting success. As you move forward, keep this quote by Henry David Thoreau in mind. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined. With the right mindset, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Stay tuned for Chapter 2, where we'll explore the importance of setting clear goals and creating a roadmap for wealth creation. Until then, reflect on the insights shared here and take the first steps toward transforming your mindset. Chapter 2, Setting Clear Goals, the Blueprint for Wealth Creation. 1. Why goal setting matters. Let's start with a fundamental question. Why is goal setting so critical to achieving wealth and success? The answer lies in clarity. Without clear goals, you're essentially navigating life without a map. You may wander aimlessly, wasting time and energy on pursuits that don't align with your ultimate vision. Setting goals gives you direction, purpose, and a sense of accountability. It transforms vague dreams into actionable plans. As the legendary motivational speaker Zig Ziglar once said, "A goal properly set is halfway reached." When you define what you want with precision, you create a mental blueprint that guides your decisions and actions. Consider this analogy. Building wealth is like constructing a house. Before laying the first brick, you need a solid architectural plan. Similarly, setting clear goals provides the structure upon which you can build your financial future. But here's the catch: many people set goals incorrectly. They write down vague aspirations like, "I want to be rich," or "I want to travel the world." But these lack specificity and measurable outcomes. To truly harness the power of goal setting, you need a framework that ensures your goals are smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let me share an example to illustrate this point. Imagine two individuals who both want to save money. One says, "I want to save more." The other sets a smart goal. "I will save $10,000 in the next 12 months by cutting unnecessary expenses and investing $500 monthly." Who do you think is more likely to succeed? Clearly, the second person has a roadmap to follow, making their goal far more attainable. Now let's dive deeper into why goal setting is transformative, and how it impacts every aspect of your journey toward wealth creation. The psychological benefits of goal setting. Goal setting isn't just about planning, it's about rewiring your brain for success. Research in neuroscience shows that when you set specific goals, your brain activates its reward system, releasing dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with motivation and pleasure. This creates a positive feedback loop, encouraging you to take consistent action. Moreover, goals provide a sense of control over your life. In a world filled with uncertainty, having clear objectives helps reduce anxiety and boosts confidence. When you know exactly what you're working toward, you feel empowered to tackle challenges head-on. Take the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before becoming one of the most successful authors in history, she faced numerous rejections from publishers. Yet she had a clear goal: to publish her book and share her story with the world. That unwavering focus kept her going despite setbacks. Rowling's journey teaches us that goals act as anchors during turbulent times. They remind you of your purpose and keep you moving forward even when the path seems unclear. The difference between people who set goals and those who don't. Studies consistently show that individuals who set goals achieve significantly more than those who don't. A famous Harvard business study revealed that only 3% of graduates had written goals, yet this small group ended up earning 10 times more than the rest combined. Why does this happen? People without goals often drift through life, reacting to circumstances rather than proactively shaping their futures. They may work hard, but their efforts lack focus, leading to scattered results. On the other hand, those with clear goals channel their energy into activities that directly contribute to their desired outcomes. Think about it this way: if you were shooting arrows at a target, wouldn't you aim better if you knew exactly where the bullseye was? Goals serve as your bullseye. They give you something concrete to strive for. As Brian Tracy, a renowned expert on personal development, once said, "Goals allow you to control the direction of change in your favor." By setting goals, you take charge of your destiny instead of leaving it to chance. 2. How to set smart goals. Now that we've established the importance of goal setting, let's explore how to set smart goals effectively. Each component of the SMART framework plays a vital role in ensuring your goals are realistic and achievable. Specific: define exactly what you want. Vague goals lead to vague results. To make your goals specific, ask yourself the following questions. What exactly do I want to achieve? Why is this goal important to me? Who else is involved? Where will this happen? For instance, instead of saying, "I want to get fit," specify, "I will lose 15 pounds in the next 3 months by exercising 4 times a week and eating a balanced diet." This level of detail eliminates ambiguity and gives you a clear target to aim for. Measurable: track your progress. A measurable goal allows you to monitor your progress and stay motivated. Include criteria that enable you to evaluate whether you're on track. For example, if your goal is to increase your income, quantify it. "I will raise my annual income by $20,000 within the next year." Tracking progress also helps you identify areas where you may need to adjust your approach. Use tools like spreadsheets, apps, or journals to document milestones along the way. Achievable: ensure your goal is realistic. While it's essential to dream big, your goals must also be attainable given your current resources and circumstances. Setting unrealistic goals can lead to frustration and burnout. For example, aiming to become a millionaire overnight might not be feasible unless you win the lottery. However, setting a goal to save $50,000 in 5 years by cutting expenses and investing wisely is both ambitious and achievable. Remember, achievable doesn't mean easy, it means possible with effort and dedication. Relevant: align goals with your values and vision. Your goals should resonate with your core values and long-term vision. Ask yourself, does this goal contribute to my overall mission in life? Will achieving it bring me closer to the person I want to become? For instance, if your ultimate goal is financial independence, pursuing a side hustle that generates passive income aligns perfectly with that vision. On the other hand, spending hours on social media scrolling aimlessly does not. Tony Robbins emphasizes this point beautifully. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Make sure your goals reflect what truly matters to you. Time-bound, set deadlines for accountability. Deadlines create urgency and prevent procrastination. Without a timeline, goals can linger indefinitely, losing their sense of priority. For example, instead of saying, "I'll start a business someday," commit to launching it within 6 months. Break down larger deadlines into smaller ones to maintain momentum. Parkinson's law states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. By setting tight deadlines, you force yourself to stay focused and efficient. 3. Creating a vision board for success. Once you've set SMART goals, it's time to bring them to life visually. A vision board is a powerful tool that combines imagery, words, and affirmations to reinforce your goals and keep you inspired. Here's how to create an effective vision board. Gather materials, magazines, printed images, sticky notes, markers, and a poster board. Identify your goals across different areas of life: career, finances, health, relationships, and personal growth. Find visuals and phrases that represent each goal. For example, if your goal is to buy a home, include pictures of your dream house. Arrange everything on the board in a way that feels inspiring and meaningful to you. Place your vision board somewhere visible, such as your office or bedroom wall. Every time you see it, you'll be reminded of your aspirations and motivated to take action. Oprah Winfrey swears by vision boards, crediting them with helping her manifest her biggest dreams. She once said, "Create the highest, grandest vision possible for your life because you become what you believe." 4. Overcoming obstacles in goal achievement. While setting goals is a crucial step, the journey to achieving them is rarely smooth. Obstacles are inevitable, they're part of the process. However, how you respond to these challenges determines whether you succeed or give up. Let's explore some common obstacles people face when pursuing their goals and strategies to overcome them. Obstacle 1. Lack of clarity. One of the biggest hurdles is failing to define your goals clearly. Without clarity, it's easy to lose focus and become overwhelmed by competing priorities. To combat this, revisit your SMART goals regularly. Ask yourself, am I still aligned with my original vision? Have my circumstances changed, requiring adjustments to my plan? What steps can I take today to move closer to my goal? Clarity breeds confidence. The more specific and detailed your goals, the easier it becomes to stay on track. Obstacle 2. Fear of failure. Fear of failure paralyzes many people, preventing them from taking action. They worry about making mistakes or being judged by others. Here's the truth: failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the process. Every successful person has failed multiple times before achieving greatness. Michael Jordan, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of giving up, he used that rejection as fuel to work harder. To overcome fear, reframe failure as feedback. Each setback provides valuable lessons that bring you closer to your goal. As Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Obstacle 3. Procrastination. Procrastination is the silent killer of dreams. It's easy to put off tasks, especially when they seem daunting or uncomfortable. The key to beating procrastination is breaking large goals into smaller, manageable steps. For example, if your goal is to write a book, start by committing to writing just 1 page per day. Small actions build momentum, making it easier to tackle bigger challenges over time. Another effective strategy is the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This helps eliminate minor distractions and builds discipline. Obstacle 4. Lack of accountability. Without accountability, it's easy to lose motivation and abandon your goals. Surround yourself with people who support your vision and hold you accountable for your progress. Consider finding an accountability partner, a friend, mentor, or coach who shares your commitment to growth. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss your progress, celebrate wins, and address challenges. Alternatively, join online communities or forums related to your goals. Engaging with like-minded individuals creates a sense of camaraderie and encourages mutual growth. Obstacle 5: Burnout and fatigue. Pursuing ambitious goals requires energy and resilience. However, pushing too hard without rest can lead to burnout, which sabotages your efforts. To prevent burnout, prioritize self-care. Ensure you're getting enough sleep, eating nutritious meals, and engaging in activities that recharge your batteries. Incorporate mindfulness practices such as meditation or journaling to reduce stress and maintain mental clarity. Remember, success is a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourself and celebrate small victories along the way to sustain motivation. 5. A real-life example of goal achievement. The story of Sarah Blakely. Duration: 6 minutes. Let me share a powerful story of someone who turned her goals into reality through determination and smart planning. Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Sarah started her journey with a simple yet clear goal: to create a product that solved a common problem women faced: uncomfortable undergarments. At the time, she was working as a fax machine salesperson with no background in fashion or business. But she had a vision and refused to let lack of experience stop her. Her first step was conducting research. She spent countless hours learning about fabrics, manufacturing processes, and retail distribution. Next, she set specific milestones, securing patents, finding manufacturers, and pitching her product to major retailers. Despite facing numerous rejections, she remained focused on her goal. One pivotal moment came when she secured a meeting with Neiman Marcus executives. Armed with prototypes and unwavering confidence, she convinced them to stock Spanx in 7 stores. From there, her business skyrocketed, eventually becoming a billion-dollar empire. What made Sarah's success possible? Her ability to set clear, actionable goals and persist despite obstacles. She once said, "Don't be intimidated by what you don't know. That can be your greatest strength, and ensure that you do things differently from everyone else." This story highlights the importance of combining goal setting with resilience. Even when the odds seem stacked against you, staying committed to your vision can lead to extraordinary outcomes. 6. Practical action steps to start setting goals today. Now that we've explored the theory and real-life examples, let's conclude this chapter with actionable steps you can take immediately to set and achieve your goals. Step 1. Write down your goals. Studies show that people who write down their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them. Grab a notebook or use a digital app to document your goals. Be as specific as possible, using the SMART framework we discussed earlier. For example, I will save $15,000 in the next 12 months by reducing monthly expenses by $500 and investing $750 monthly. I will launch my online course within 6 months by dedicating 2 hours daily to content creation and marketing. Writing down your goals makes them tangible and reinforces your commitment. Step 2. Break down big goals into smaller tasks. Large goals can feel overwhelming, so break them into bite-sized pieces. For instance, if your goal is to start a business, outline the following steps. 1. Conduct market research. 2. Develop a business plan. 3. Register your business legally. 4. Build a website or social media presence. 5. Every small task completed. Launch your product/service. Brings you closer to the finish line. Step 3. Create a timeline. Assign deadlines to each milestone to maintain accountability. Use tools like Google Calendar, Trello, or project management apps to organize your timeline. For example, Week 1, research potential markets. Month 2, finalize your business name and logo. Month 4, secure funding or investment. Deadlines keep you on track and prevent procrastination. Step 4, track your progress regularly. Review your goals weekly or monthly to assess your progress. Celebrate small wins to boost motivation and identify areas where you may need to adjust your approach. Ask yourself, what worked well this week/month? What challenges did I encounter? How can I improve moving forward? Tracking progress ensures you stay aligned with your long-term vision. Step 5. Stay flexible and adapt. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes circumstances change. Be open to revising your goals if necessary. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your vision, it means adapting to new information and opportunities. As Bruce Lee once said, "Be water, my friend." Flow with changes while keeping your eyes on the prize. 7. Final thoughts on goal setting. Setting clear goals is the cornerstone of wealth creation and personal success. It transforms abstract dreams into concrete plans and empowers you to take control of your future. By applying the principles outlined in this chapter, understanding the importance of goal setting, crafting smart goals, overcoming obstacles, and taking consistent action, you're equipping yourself with the tools needed to achieve greatness. Remember, the journey begins with a single step. Take the time today to write down your goals, break them into actionable steps, and commit to seeing them through. As you prepare for Chapter 3, where we'll delve into mastering financial literacy and building a strong foundation, reflect on the insights shared here. Your goals are the blueprint for your success. Treat them with care and dedication. Chapter 3: Mastering Financial Literacy, Building a Strong Foundation. 1. Understanding the basics of money management. Before we dive into advanced strategies for building wealth, it's essential to establish a solid foundation in financial literacy. Financial literacy is the ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills, including budgeting, saving, investing, and managing debt. Unfortunately, many people overlook this critical step, jumping straight into investments or business ventures without mastering the basics. As Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, once said, "The single most powerful asset we all have is our mind. If it's trained well, it can create enormous wealth." Training your mind begins with understanding how money works and developing habits that align with long-term financial success. Let's break down the fundamental pillars of money management and explore why they matter. Pillar 1: Budgeting, the cornerstone of financial health. Budgeting is often viewed as tedious or restrictive, but it's actually one of the most empowering tools you can use to take control of your finances. A budget provides clarity on where your money is going and ensures that you're allocating resources toward your priorities. Here's a simple framework for creating an effective budget. 1. Track your income and expenses. Start by listing all sources of income, salary, side hustles, passive income, and categorizing your expenses: housing, food, transportation, entertainment. 2. Set spending limits. Allocate percentages of your income to different categories. For example, follow the 50/30/20 rule: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and investments. 3. Review and adjust regularly. Life changes, and so should your budget. Revisit it monthly to ensure it reflects your current situation and goals. A well-crafted budget helps you avoid unnecessary spending and frees up funds for wealth-building activities like investing or paying off debt. Consider the story of Grant Sabatier, who went from having $2.26 in his bank account to becoming a millionaire in just 5 years. His journey began with meticulous budgeting. He tracked every dollar he spent, identified areas to cut back, and redirected those savings into investments. Sabatier's experience underscores the importance of budgeting as a tool for transforming your financial future. As he puts it, "Every dollar has a job, either working for you or against you." Pillar 2: Saving, building a safety net. Saving money is the next crucial step in financial literacy. Many people neglect this aspect, assuming they'll start saving later, when they earn more. However, delaying savings can leave you vulnerable to emergencies and hinder your ability to seize opportunities. Experts recommend following the emergency fund rule: save at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in a readily accessible account. This cushion protects you from unexpected events like medical bills, car repairs, or job loss. To make saving easier, automate the process. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to a high-yield savings account each payday. Treat savings like a non-negotiable expense. It's paying yourself first. Warren Buffett famously advises, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." This mindset shift prioritizes wealth creation over instant gratification. Pillar 3. Investing, making your money work for you. While saving provides stability, investing is the engine that drives wealth growth. Simply put, investing involves putting your money into assets, stocks, real estate, businesses that have the potential to appreciate in value over time. However, before diving into investments, educate yourself on the basics. Stocks, ownership shares in companies. They offer high returns but come with higher risk. Bonds, loans to governments or corporations. These are safer but yield lower returns. Real estate, property investments that generate rental income and capital appreciation. Index funds/ETFs, diversified portfolios that track market indices, reducing individual stock risks. The key to successful investing is consistency. Even small amounts invested regularly can grow significantly thanks to compound interest, the phenomenon where earnings generate additional earnings over time. For example, if you invest $200 monthly at an average annual return of 7%, you'd accumulate over $360,000 in 30 years. Compound interest truly is the eighth wonder of the world, as Albert Einstein reportedly called it. 2. Creating a budget that works. Now that we've covered the importance of budgeting, let's delve deeper into practical steps for creating a budget that supports your financial goals. Step 1. Identify your financial goals. Your budget should align with your short dash, medium dash, and long-term goals. Short-term goals might include building an emergency fund or paying off credit card debt. Medium-term goals could involve buying a home or starting a business. Long-term goals typically focus on retirement planning or achieving financial independence. Write down your goals and assign timelines to them. This clarity will guide your spending decisions and motivate you to stick to your budget. Step 2. Categorize your expenses. Divide your expenses into fixed and variable categories. Fixed expenses, rent/mortgage, utilities, insurance premiums. These remain constant each month. Variable expenses, groceries, dining out, entertainment. These fluctuate based on lifestyle choices. Prioritize essential fixed expenses while finding ways to reduce variable costs. For instance, cooking meals at home instead of eating out can save hundreds of dollars annually. Step 3. Use tools and apps to simplify tracking. Modern technology makes budgeting easier than ever. Apps like Mint, Anab, You Need a Budget, and Pocket Guard sync with your bank accounts to track spending automatically. They also send alerts when you exceed your limits, helping you stay disciplined. Alternatively, use spreadsheets or pen and paper methods if you prefer simplicity. The key is finding a system that works for you and sticking to it. Step 4. Build accountability. Accountability increases the likelihood of sticking to your budget. Share your financial goals with a trusted friend or family member who can encourage you during challenging times. Alternatively, join online communities focused on personal finance for support and motivation. 3. Practical tips for smart spending. Smart spending isn't about depriving yourself, it's about making intentional choices that maximize value and minimize waste. Here are some tips to help you spend wisely. Tip 1. Delay non-essential purchases. Impulse buying is a major obstacle to financial health. Whenever you feel tempted to buy something non-essential, wait 24 to 48 hours. Often, the urge will pass, saving you money. Tip 2. Shop with a list. Whether grocery shopping or browsing online, always shop with a list. This prevents impulse buys and ensures you only purchase what you need. Tip 3. Take advantage of discounts and deals. Look for discounts, coupons, and cashback offers before making purchases. Websites like Honey or Rakuten can help you find deals effortlessly. Tip 4. Embrace minimalism. Adopting a minimalist mindset encourages you to focus on quality over quantity. Instead of buying multiple cheap items, invest in durable, high-quality products that last longer. 4. Investing for long-term wealth. Now that we've covered the basics of budgeting and saving, let's explore one of the most powerful tools for building long-term wealth: investing. While saving provides stability, investing is what allows your money to grow exponentially over time. Investing may seem intimidating at first, especially if you're new to finance. However, with the right knowledge and strategies, anyone can become a confident investor. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Understand your risk tolerance. Before diving into investments, assess your risk tolerance, the degree of uncertainty you're willing to accept in pursuit of higher returns. Generally, younger investors can afford to take more risks because they have time to recover from market downturns. Older investors, on the other hand, may prefer safer options like bonds or dividend-paying stocks. Ask yourself, how much volatility can I handle without panicking? What are my short and long-term financial goals? Am I willing to sacrifice immediate gains for long-term stability? Understanding your risk tolerance helps you choose investments that align with your comfort level and objectives. Step 2. Start with low-cost index funds or ETFs. For beginners, index funds and exchange-traded funds, ETFs, are excellent starting points. These investment vehicles pool money from multiple investors to buy a diversified portfolio of stocks or bonds. Because they track market indices like the S&P 500, they offer broad exposure without requiring you to pick individual stocks. Index funds and ETFs also have lower fees compared to actively managed funds, making them cost-effective choices. As Warren Buffett advises, a low-cost index fund is the most sensible equity investment for the great majority of investors. For example, if you invest $500 monthly in an S&P 500 index fund with an average annual return of 8%, you could accumulate over $1 million in 30 years. The power of compounding makes this achievable even with modest contributions. Step 3. Diversify your portfolio. Diversification is a key principle of investing. It reduces risk by spreading your money across different asset classes. Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, allocate your investments among stocks, bonds, real estate, and alternative assets like gold or cryptocurrency. A well-diversified portfolio balances growth potential with stability. For instance, while stocks offer high returns, bonds provide steady income and act as a buffer during market downturns. As Ray Dalio, founder of Bridgewater Associates, once said, "He who lives by the crystal ball will eat shattered glass." In other words, no one can predict the future, so diversifying minimizes the impact of unforeseen events. Step 4. Reinvest dividends and profits. Reinvesting dividends and profits accelerates your wealth-building journey. When companies pay dividends, reinvest them to purchase additional shares instead of withdrawing the cash. Over time, this compounds your earnings and increases your ownership stake. For example, imagine owning shares in a company that pays quarterly dividends. By reinvesting those dividends, you buy more shares, which generate even more dividends. This snowball effect significantly boosts your returns. Step 5. Stay committed during market volatility. Market fluctuations are inevitable, but reacting emotionally to short-term changes can derail your progress. During downturns, resist the urge to sell off investments out of fear. Instead, view market corrections as opportunities to buy quality assets at discounted prices. History shows that markets tend to recover and grow over the long term. For instance, despite the 2008 financial crisis, the S&P 500 eventually rebounded and reached new highs within a few years. Staying disciplined during tough times separates successful investors from those who give up prematurely. As Peter Lynch, legendary investor and former manager of the Magellan Fund, once said, "Know what you own, and know why you own it." Confidence in your investment strategy helps you stay focused amid uncertainty. 5. Debt management and financial freedom. Debt is a double-edged sword. It can either be a tool for growth or a burden that hinders progress. To achieve financial freedom, it's crucial to manage debt effectively and minimize its negative impact. Good debt versus bad debt. Not all debt is created equal. Good debt, refers to borrowing that generates value or income over time, such as student loans for education or mortgages for property. These investments often appreciate in value or enhance earning potential. Bad debt, on the other hand, includes high-interest credit card balances and loans for depreciating assets like cars or luxury items. This type of debt drains resources without providing lasting benefits. To distinguish between the two, ask, does this debt contribute to my long-term wealth? If the answer is no, avoid taking it on unless absolutely necessary. Strategies for paying off debt. If you're carrying bad debt, prioritize paying it off as quickly as possible. Here are two popular methods. 1. The snowball method. Focus on paying off the smallest debts first while making minimum payments on larger ones. Once the smallest debt is eliminated, roll the freed-up funds toward the next smallest balance. This approach builds momentum and motivation. 2. Activate its largest debts first while making minimum payments on smaller ones. This method saves money on interest in the long run. Choose the method that aligns with your personality and financial situation. Consistency is more important than the specific strategy you use. Building credit responsibly. Your credit score plays a vital role in securing favorable terms for loans and mortgages. To build and maintain good credit, pay bills on time every month. Keep credit utilization below 30% of your available limit. Avoid opening too many accounts at once. A strong credit profile not only lowers borrowing costs but also opens doors to better financial opportunities. 6. Real-life example of financial mastery. The story of Chris Gardner. Let me share a remarkable story of someone who overcame immense challenges to achieve financial mastery. Chris Gardner, whose life inspired the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. Gardner grew up in poverty and faced homelessness while raising his young son as a single father. Despite these hardships, he refused to give up on his dream of becoming a stockbroker. He invested in himself by enrolling in a training program at Dean Witter Reynolds, even though it meant working unpaid for months. During this period, Gardner slept in subway stations, parks, and shelters, all while juggling childcare responsibilities. His determination paid off when he landed a full-time position at the firm, eventually rising to become a top earner. Today, he's a successful entrepreneur, author, and motivational speaker. What made Gardner's success possible? His unwavering commitment to financial education and resilience in the face of adversity. He once said, "The cavalry isn't coming. You've got to do this for yourself." This story highlights the importance of perseverance and smart financial decisions. Even in the toughest circumstances, mastering money management and staying focused on your goals can lead to extraordinary outcomes. 7. Key takeaways for mastering financial literacy. To wrap up this chapter, here are the core lessons to remember. 1. Budget wisely. Track your income and expenses to ensure your spending aligns with your priorities. 2. Save consistently. Build an emergency fund and automate savings to create a safety net. 3. Invest strategically. Use low-cost index funds, diversify your portfolio, and embrace compound interest. 4. Manage debt effectively. Differentiate between good and bad debt, and develop a plan to eliminate toxic liabilities. 5. Educate yourself continuously. Stay informed about personal finance trends and refine your strategies over time. By mastering these fundamentals, you'll lay a strong foundation for achieving financial independence and creating generational wealth. Chapter 4. Building a winning network. The power of relationships. 1. Why networking matters. In the journey to wealth and success, your network is often just as important as your knowledge and skills. Relationships are the invisible threads that connect opportunities, resources, and ideas. As Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." This underscores the profound impact your network has on your mindset, habits, and ultimately your results. Networking isn't about collecting business cards or superficial connections. It's about building meaningful relationships that add value to both parties. Whether you're an entrepreneur, investor, or professional, the right network can open doors you didn't even know existed. Let's explore why networking is a cornerstone of success and how it can accelerate your path to wealth creation. The role of relationships in success. Success rarely happens in isolation. Behind every great achievement is a team of supporters, mentors, collaborators, and advocates. Consider the story of Steve Jobs, who credited much of his success to the partnerships he formed. His collaboration with Steve Wozniak laid the foundation for Apple, while his mentorship from Robert Friedland shaped his innovative thinking. Relationships provide three key benefits. 1. Access to opportunities. Your network introduces you to new markets, clients, investors, and collaborators. 2. Knowledge sharing. Learning from others' experiences saves you time and helps you avoid costly mistakes. 3. Emotional support. Building wealth is challenging, and having a supportive community keeps you motivated during tough times. As Andrew Carnegie once said, "No man succeeds without a team of good people around him." Surrounding yourself with the right individuals amplifies your potential and accelerates your growth. The power of mastermind groups. One of the most effective ways to leverage networking is through mastermind groups, small, curated communities of like-minded individuals who come together to share insights, solve problems, and hold each other accountable. These groups operate on the principle of collective intelligence, where everyone contributes their unique strengths and perspectives. Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich, popularized the concept of mastermind groups after observing their role in the success of industrialists like Henry Ford and Andrew Carnegie. He described them as a coordination of knowledge and effort, in a spirit of harmony, between two or more people, for the attainment of a definite purpose. Participating in a mastermind group offers several advantages. Accountability. Members challenge each other to stay focused on goals. Diverse perspectives. Exposure to different industries and expertise sparks creativity. Collaboration. Joint ventures and partnerships often emerge from these interactions. If you don't already belong to a mastermind group, consider forming one with peers who share your ambition and values. Regular meetings, even virtual ones, can create lasting bonds and drive mutual success. 2. How to build meaningful connections. Building a strong network requires intentionality and authenticity. It's not about how many people you know but the depth and quality of those relationships. Let's dive into practical strategies for cultivating meaningful connections. Strategy 1. Be genuine and add value. The foundation of any strong relationship is trust. People can sense when you're being insincere or transactional, so approach networking with a mindset of giving rather than taking. Ask yourself, how can I help this person? What value can I bring to their life or business? For example, if you meet someone struggling with marketing their startup, offer to connect them with a friend who specializes in digital advertising. Small acts of kindness build goodwill and foster long-term loyalty. As Zig Ziglar wisely noted, "You can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want." By focusing on adding value, you naturally attract supportive and influential allies. Strategy 2. Develop strong communication skills. Effective communication is essential for building rapport and establishing credibility. Here are some tips to enhance your interpersonal skills. Listen actively, pay attention to what others are saying without interrupting. Show genuine interest by asking follow-up questions. Be clear and concise. When introducing yourself or pitching an idea, be direct and engaging. Avoid rambling or overwhelming people with unnecessary details. Use positive body language, smile, maintain eye contact, and use open gestures to convey warmth and confidence. Great communicators leave a lasting impression because they make others feel heard and valued. Practice these techniques consistently to improve your ability to connect with anyone. Strategy 3. Attend events and join communities. Face-to-face interactions remain one of the best ways to forge deep connections. Attend conferences, seminars, workshops, and networking events related to your industry. These settings provide opportunities to meet influencers, thought leaders, and potential collaborators. If attending in-person events isn't feasible, explore online platforms like LinkedIn, Clubhouse, or niche forums. Participate in discussions, comment on posts, and share valuable content to establish your presence. Remember, consistency is key. Building relationships takes time, so nurture your connections regularly instead of reaching out only when you need something. Strategy 4. Seek mentorship and guidance. Mentors play a pivotal role in personal and professional development. They offer wisdom, advice, and encouragement based on their own experiences. Finding a mentor who aligns with your goals can fast-track your progress and help you navigate challenges more effectively. To find a mentor. 1. Identify someone whose achievements inspire you. 2. Reach out respectfully, explaining why you admire their work and how they could guide you. 3. Be specific about what you hope to learn and commit to implementing their advice. Notable figures like Oprah Winfrey attribute much of their success to mentorship. She credits Maya Angelou for teaching her the importance of authenticity and resilience. 3. Leveraging your network for success. Once you've built a robust network, the next step is leveraging it strategically to achieve your goals. Networking isn't just about meeting people. It's about creating win-win scenarios where everyone benefits. Step 1. Identify key influencers. Within your network, identify individuals who have significant influence or expertise in areas relevant to your goals. These could be industry leaders, investors, or connectors who know many people. Building stronger ties with these influencers can amplify your reach and open doors to exclusive opportunities. For instance, if you're launching a tech startup, connecting with venture capitalists or seasoned entrepreneurs can provide funding, mentorship, and access to valuable resources. Step 2. Collaborate on projects. Collaborations are powerful tools for expanding your impact and visibility. Partnering with others allows you to combine strengths, share risks, and tap into each other's audiences. For example, co-authoring a book, hosting a webinar, or launching a joint venture can generate buzz and attract new clients or customers. Ensure that collaborations align with your values and goals to maintain authenticity. Step 3. Adapt to changing dynamics. Relationships evolve over time, and so should your approach to nurturing them. As people grow professionally and personally, their needs and priorities may shift. Stay attuned to these changes and adjust accordingly. For example, if a close contact transitions from entrepreneurship to corporate leadership, tailor your interactions to align with their new role. Ask about their challenges in managing teams or navigating organizational politics. Showing adaptability demonstrates that you're invested in their journey. Step 4. Celebrate milestones together. Life is full of milestones, both personal and professional, and celebrating them strengthens your connection. Attend weddings, graduations, promotions, or product launches when possible. Even sending a congratulatory message can go a long way in reinforcing the relationship. For instance, if a colleague lands a major client or completes a significant project, take a moment to celebrate their success. This not only deepens your bond but also positions you as a supportive partner. 5. Real-life example of networking success, the story of Reid Hoffman. To illustrate the transformative power of networking, let's delve into the story of Reid Hoffman, co-founder of LinkedIn and one of Silicon Valley's most influential figures. Hoffman's career trajectory highlights the importance of building a strong network. Early in his career, he recognized that relationships were key to unlocking opportunities. While studying at Stanford University, he immersed himself in intellectual circles, engaging with professors, peers, and industry leaders who would later become instrumental in his ventures. When Hoffman founded LinkedIn in 2002, his extensive network played a critical role in its success. He leveraged connections to secure funding, recruit top talent, and establish partnerships with major corporations. Today, LinkedIn has over 900 million users worldwide, serving as a testament to the power of strategic networking. What sets Hoffman apart is his philosophy of networking as generosity. He believes that helping others succeed creates a ripple effect, benefiting everyone involved. In his book The Startup of You, he emphasizes the importance of viewing your network as a collaborative ecosystem rather than a competitive arena. Hoffman's story teaches us two vital lessons. 1. Invest in relationships early. Building a network isn't something you do overnight. It requires consistent effort over time. 2. Focus on mutual benefit. When you prioritize giving over taking, your network becomes a source of endless opportunities. This real-life example underscores the immense value of cultivating meaningful connections throughout your journey. 6. Practical action steps to build your winning network today. Now that we've explored the theory and examples, let's conclude this chapter with actionable steps you can implement immediately to start building and leveraging your network. Action Step 1. Create a relationship map. Take inventory of your existing network by creating a relationship map. List all the people you know, categorizing them based on their relevance to your goals, e.g., mentors, collaborators, influencers. Next, identify gaps in your network, areas where additional connections could enhance your progress. For example, if you lack access to venture capitalists, focus on attending events or joining communities where they congregate. Action Step 2. Schedule weekly networking activities. Consistency is crucial for growing your network. Dedicate specific times each week to engage with your contacts. This could include sending personalized emails or messages, attending virtual or in-person networking events, participating in online forums or discussion groups. Even dedicating 30 minutes daily to networking activities can yield significant results over time. Action Step 3. Develop a personal brand. Your personal brand is how others perceive you, and it plays a critical role in attracting the right connections. To build a compelling personal brand. 1. Define your unique value proposition. What sets you apart? 2. Share valuable content related to your expertise on platforms like LinkedIn or Twitter. 3. Showcase your achievements and contributions to demonstrate credibility. A strong personal brand makes it easier for others to understand who you are and why they should connect with you. Action Step 4. Follow up regularly. After meeting someone new, don't let the connection fade. Follow up within 48 hours to express gratitude and propose next steps, such as scheduling a coffee chat or collaborating on a project. Use tools like CRM software or spreadsheets to track interactions and set reminders for follow-ups. Staying organized ensures you maintain momentum in your relationships. Action Step 5. Give before you ask. Approach networking with a mindset of abundance. Instead of focusing on what others can do for you, think about how you can help them first. This could mean sharing resources, making introductions, or offering your skills pro bono. As Grant Cardone, author of Sell or Be Sold, once said, "If you want to be rich, figure out how to get people talking to each other. They'll remember you forever." Being the connector who facilitates collaboration earns you lifelong allies. 7. Final thoughts on building a winning network. Networking is more than a skill, it's a mindset. By surrounding yourself with positive, ambitious, and supportive individuals, you create an environment conducive to growth and success. Remember, relationships are reciprocal. The more you invest in others, the more they'll invest in you. As you move forward, prioritize authenticity, generosity, and consistency in your interactions. Chapter 5. Taking Action, Turning Ideas into Reality. 1. Overcoming procrastination. Procrastination is the silent thief of dreams. It whispers, "You can start tomorrow." And before you know it, days turn into weeks, months, or even years without progress. If you want to achieve wealth and success, overcoming procrastination must be a top priority. The first step in combating procrastination is understanding its root causes. For many, fear of failure or perfectionism lies at the heart of delayed action. Others may struggle with overwhelm, feeling paralyzed by the sheer magnitude of their goals. Regardless of the reason, the solution lies in breaking tasks into manageable steps and adopting a mindset of incremental progress. Let's explore practical strategies to overcome procrastination and cultivate a habit of consistent action. Strategy 1. Use the 2-minute rule. One of the simplest yet most effective techniques for beating procrastination is the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This principle, popularized by productivity expert James Clear, helps eliminate minor distractions that accumulate over time. For example, if you need to send an email introducing yourself to a potential mentor, don't delay, do it right away. Completing small tasks quickly builds momentum and creates a sense of accomplishment, motivating you to tackle bigger challenges. Strategy 2. Break tasks into smaller steps. Large projects often feel daunting, leading to procrastination. To combat this, break them into smaller, actionable steps. For instance, if your goal is to write a business plan, divide it into sections like executive summary, market analysis, financial projections, etc. Focus on completing one section at a time instead of trying to finish everything at once. This approach reduces overwhelm and makes tasks feel more achievable. As Lao Tzu wisely said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." By focusing on the next immediate step, you build momentum toward your ultimate goal. Strategy 3. Set deadlines and stick to them. Deadlines create urgency and prevent tasks from lingering indefinitely. Whether self-imposed or externally driven, deadlines force you to prioritize and take action. To make deadlines effective, be realistic about the time required for each task. Write them down and share them with an accountability partner. Reward yourself for meeting deadlines to reinforce positive behavior. For example, if you're launching a new product, set specific milestones like finalizing designs by week 2, testing prototypes by week 4, and launching by month 3. Adhering to these timelines ensures steady progress. Strategy 4. Visualize the consequences of an action. Sometimes, imagining the negative outcomes of procrastination can motivate you to act. Ask yourself, what will happen if I delay this task? Will it cost me opportunities, relationships, or financial gains? For instance, delaying an investment decision could mean missing out on compound growth over time. Similarly, postponing networking efforts might result in missed collaborations or partnerships. Visualizing these consequences reinforces the importance of taking timely action. As Tony Robbins once said, "The path to success is to take massive, determined action." Action separates dreamers from achievers. 2. Building consistent habits. Success isn't achieved through occasional bursts of effort. It's the result of consistent habits practiced daily. Habits are the building blocks of productivity, shaping your actions and ultimately determining your outcomes. Here's how to develop habits that support your goals. Step 1. Start small and build gradually. Trying to overhaul your routine overnight rarely works. Instead, focus on incorporating small changes that align with your objectives. For example, if your goal is to read more books, commit to reading just 5 pages per day. Over time, this habit will grow naturally as you see results. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, emphasizes the power of marginal gains. Small habits don't add up, they compound. Consistently showing up, even in small ways, creates exponential progress over time. Step 2. Use triggers to reinforce habits. Triggers, or cues, signal when it's time to perform a habit. Pairing new habits with existing routines makes them easier to adopt. For example, if you want to meditate daily, link it to brushing your teeth in the morning. The trigger, brushing, reminds you to follow through with the desired behavior, meditation. Additionally, use environmental design to support your habits. Keep reminders visible, such as sticky notes or alarms, and remove distractions that hinder progress. Step 3. Track your progress. Tracking progress keeps you accountable and motivated. Use tools like habit trackers, journals, or apps to monitor your consistency. Seeing streaks of completed tasks provides a psychological boost, encouraging you to maintain the habit. For example, if your goal is to save money, track your daily expenses and celebrate milestones like reaching $1,000 saved. Celebrating small wins reinforces the habit loop and strengthens your commitment. Step 4. Embrace imperfection. Perfectionism is a major obstacle to building habits. Many people abandon their efforts after making a single mistake, believing they've failed entirely. However, consistency, not perfection, is the key to long-term success. If you miss a day of exercising, don't give up. Simply resume the next day. As Japanese philosopher Kaizen teaches, continuous improvement matters more than flawless execution. 3. Measuring progress and staying motivated. Tracking progress and staying motivated are essential components of sustained action. Without measurable indicators, it's easy to lose focus and drift away from your goals. Step 1. Define Key Performance Indicators (KPIs). KPIs are metrics that measure your progress towards specific objectives. For example, if your goal is to increase income, KPIs might include monthly revenue, client acquisition rates, or sales conversions. Regularly reviewing these metrics allows you to identify areas for improvement and adjust your strategy accordingly. Tools like spreadsheets, dashboards, or project management software can simplify tracking. Step 2. Celebrate milestones. Acknowledging achievements boosts morale and reinforces positive behavior. Celebrations don't have to be extravagant. A simple acknowledgement or treat can suffice. For instance, if you complete a challenging project, reward yourself with dinner at your favorite restaurant or a day off to relax. Recognizing accomplishments creates a feedback loop that encourages continued effort. Step 3. Surround yourself with positivity. Motivation ebbs and flows, but surrounding yourself with uplifting influences helps sustain it during tough times. Engage with communities, mentors, or friends who inspire and encourage you. Additionally, consume content that fuels ambition, books, podcasts, or videos that remind you why your goals are worth pursuing. As Les Brown famously said, "Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars." Keeping your vision alive drives relentless action. 4. Celebrating small wins. In the pursuit of big goals, it's easy to overlook the importance of celebrating small wins. However, acknowledging progress, no matter how minor, keeps you motivated and reinforces the belief that your efforts are paying off. Celebrating small wins also combats burnout by providing moments of joy and satisfaction along the way. Here's why this practice is so powerful and how to incorporate it into your routine. The psychology behind celebrating wins. Research in positive psychology shows that celebrating achievements triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and motivation. This creates a feedback loop that encourages continued effort. Moreover, celebrating small wins shifts your focus from what's left to do to what you've already accomplished. This reframes challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. For example, if you're building a business, celebrate milestones like acquiring your first customer, launching a website, or hitting a revenue target. Each win builds confidence and fuels momentum for the next step. How to celebrate effectively. To make celebrations meaningful, tailor them to your preferences and personality. Here are some ideas. Personal rewards. Treat yourself to something you enjoy, like a favorite meal, movie, or hobby. Public acknowledgement. Share your achievement with friends, family, or colleagues who support your journey. Reflective practices. Write down what you achieved and how it contributes to your larger vision. For instance, if you complete a certification course, frame the certificate and display it proudly. If you hit a savings milestone, transfer the amount to a special account dedicated to your goal. These tangible reminders reinforce your commitment. As Oprah Winfrey once said, "The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate." By honoring your progress, you create a culture of positivity and perseverance. 5. Real-life example of taking action. The story of Sarah Blakely. Let me share an inspiring story of someone who turned her ideas into reality through relentless action. Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Blakely's journey began with a simple yet innovative idea, creating footless pantyhose that smoothed imperfections under clothing. At the time, she was working as a door-to-door fax machine salesperson with no background in fashion or manufacturing. Despite these limitations, she refused to let fear or doubt stop her. Her first step was researching fabrics and prototypes, often testing materials in her own home. Next, she cold-called manufacturers, facing countless rejections before finding one willing to work with her. Even then, she had to navigate skepticism from male executives who didn't understand the product's appeal. Undeterred, Blakely took bold actions to bring Spanx to market. She personally pitched her product to Neiman Marcus buyers, convincing them to stock it in 7 stores. From there, she leveraged media appearances and word-of-mouth marketing to grow her brand. Today, Spanx is a billion-dollar empire, and Blakely is one of the most successful self-made female entrepreneurs in history. Her story highlights the power of taking consistent action, even when the odds seem stacked against you. What can we learn from Blakely? First, action trumps perfection. She started with imperfect prototypes but kept iterating based on feedback. Second, persistence pays off. Her ability to overcome rejection and setbacks was key to her success. As Blakely herself advises, "Don't be afraid to fail. It's not the opposite of success, it's part of it." Taking action transforms ideas into tangible results, no matter how challenging the path may be. 6. Practical action steps to take massive action today. Now that we've explored the theory and real-life examples, let's conclude this chapter with actionable steps you can implement immediately to turn your ideas into reality. Action Step 1. Create an action plan. Start by outlining a clear action plan for your goals. Break them into specific tasks, assign deadlines, and prioritize them based on impact. For example, Week 1. Research and gather resources. Week 2. Develop a prototype or draft proposal. Week 3. Test and refine your idea. Week 4. Launch or present your project. Having a roadmap ensures you stay focused and organized throughout the process. Action Step 2. Commit to daily progress. Consistency is key to achieving big goals. Dedicate at least 30 minutes daily to working toward your objectives. Whether it's writing, coding, networking, or learning a new skill, showing up every day compounds over time. For example, if you're writing a book, commit to drafting 500 words daily. In 3 months, you'll have a full manuscript ready for editing. Action Step 3. Eliminate distractions. Identify and remove distractions that hinder your productivity. Turn off notifications, set boundaries with others, and create a dedicated workspace free from interruptions. Tools like website blockers or focus apps can help maintain concentration. Additionally, practice mindfulness techniques like deep breathing or meditation to sharpen your focus and reduce stress. Action Step 4. Seek feedback and iterate. Feedback is invaluable for refining your ideas and ensuring they resonate with your audience. Share your work with trusted mentors, peers, or potential customers and ask for constructive criticism. For example, if you're developing a mobile app, conduct beta testing with a small group of users. Use their feedback to improve functionality and user experience before launching publicly. Iteration is a hallmark of successful projects. It allows you to adapt and evolve based on real-world input. Action Step 5. Stay resilient in the face of challenges. Challenges are inevitable, but resilience separates those who succeed from those who give up. When faced with obstacles, remind yourself why your goal matters and visualize the end result. For example, if you encounter financial setbacks while starting a business, explore alternative funding options like crowdfunding or partnerships. Reframe failures as learning experiences that bring you closer to success. As Winston Churchill famously said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts." Resilience keeps you moving forward despite adversity. 7. Final thoughts on taking action. Taking action is the bridge between dreams and reality. Without it, even the best laid plans remain unfulfilled. By overcoming procrastination, building consistent habits, measuring progress, and celebrating small wins, you equip yourself with the tools needed to achieve greatness. Remember, success isn't about grand gestures. It's about showing up consistently and making incremental progress. As you move into Chapter 6, where we'll explore embracing failure as a stepping stone to success, reflect on the insights shared here. Every great achievement begins with a single step. Chapter 6. Embracing Failure, the Stepping Stone to Success. 1. Redefining failure. Failure is often viewed as the antithesis of success, a sign that you've fallen short or made a mistake. However, this perspective couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, failure is not the end but rather a critical part of the journey to achieving greatness. As Thomas Edison famously said while inventing the light bulb, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset reframes failure as an essential step in the process of discovery and innovation. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as feedback, an opportunity to learn, grow, and refine your approach. Let's delve into why redefining failure is crucial for long-term success and how it can transform your perspective on setbacks. The role of failure in growth. Failure forces us out of our comfort zones and challenges us to adapt. It exposes weaknesses in our strategies, highlights areas for improvement, and builds resilience. Without failure, we wouldn't develop the perseverance needed to overcome obstacles. Consider the story of Michael Jordan, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Early in his career, he was cut from his high school basketball team, a moment that could have discouraged him. Instead, he used it as motivation to work harder and prove himself. Jordan later admitted, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." This example illustrates that failure isn't something to avoid, it's something to embrace. Each setback provides valuable lessons that bring you closer to your goals. Shifting your perspective on failure. To redefine failure, start by changing the language you use to describe it. Instead of saying, "I failed," say, "I learned." This simple shift transforms negative emotions into constructive insights. For instance, if a business venture doesn't yield the expected results, analyze what went wrong. Was it poor market research? Ineffective marketing? Lack of funding? Use these insights to improve your next attempt. Additionally, remind yourself that failure is universal. Even the most successful people have experienced it. J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter series, faced numerous rejections before her manuscript was accepted. She once said, "It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case, you fail by default." By adopting this perspective, you free yourself from the fear of failure and open the door to limitless possibilities. 2. Learning from mistakes. Mistakes are inevitable. They're part of being human. What sets successful individuals apart is their ability to extract lessons from these mistakes and apply them moving forward. Let's explore how to turn failures into stepping stones for success. Step 1. Analyze what went wrong. When you encounter a setback, resist the urge to dwell on disappointment. Instead, conduct a thorough analysis to identify the root cause. Ask yourself, what factors contributed to this outcome? Could I have approached things differently? What can I do better next time? For example, if a product launch fails, examine every aspect of the process, from development to marketing. Perhaps the target audience wasn't clearly defined, or the pricing strategy was misaligned with market expectations. Identifying these issues allows you to course correct. Step 2. Extract actionable lessons. Once you've identified the problem, distill actionable takeaways. These lessons should guide your future decisions and prevent similar mistakes. For instance, if you lose a client due to poor communication, implement systems to ensure regular updates and feedback loops. If an investment underperforms, diversify your portfolio to mitigate risk in the future. As John Maxwell, leadership expert and author of Failing Forward, advises, the difference between average people and achieving people is their perception of and response to failure. By focusing on learning rather than lamenting, you position yourself for growth. Step 3. Share your insights. Sharing your experiences and lessons with others not only reinforces your understanding but also strengthens your network. When you openly discuss failures, you demonstrate vulnerability and authenticity, qualities that inspire trust and connection. For example, if you attend a networking event, don't hesitate to share a story about a project that didn't go as planned. Highlight the lessons you learned and how they shaped your current approach. Others will appreciate your honesty and may offer valuable advice or support. 3. Staying resilient in tough times. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, is a cornerstone of success. While failure provides valuable lessons, staying resilient ensures you continue moving forward despite challenges. Building mental toughness. Mental toughness is cultivated through practice and mindset shifts. Here are some strategies to strengthen your resilience. 1. Focus on what you can control. Instead of worrying about external factors, concentrate on actions within your power. 2. Practice gratitude. Reflect on what's going well in your life to maintain perspective during tough times. 3. Visualize success. Imagine overcoming obstacles and achieving your goals to boost confidence and motivation. For example, if you're struggling financially, focus on reducing expenses and increasing income rather than obsessing over past losses. Taking proactive steps restores a sense of agency and hope. Developing a support system. No one succeeds alone, especially during difficult periods. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who uplift and encourage you. This could include family, friends, mentors, or professional coaches. For instance, entrepreneur Richard Branson credits much of his resilience to the guidance and encouragement of his parents and early mentors. He once said, "Screw it, let's do it," emphasizing the importance of taking risks and leaning on others for support when needed. A strong support system reminds you that setbacks are temporary and helps you regain momentum. Embracing a growth mindset. A growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, fuels resilience. When you view challenges as opportunities to grow, you're less likely to give up when faced with adversity. For example, if you struggle with public speaking, instead of avoiding presentations, seek opportunities to practice and improve. Over time, you'll build confidence and competence. As Carol Dweck, psychologist and author of Mindset, explains, becoming is better than being. Embrace the journey of continuous improvement, knowing that every challenge brings you closer to mastery. 4. Success stories of overcoming failure. To truly understand the transformative power of embracing failure, let's explore inspiring stories of individuals who turn their setbacks into stepping stones for success. These examples demonstrate that failure is not final, it's merely a detour on the path to greatness. Example 1. The comeback of Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, is one of the most iconic figures in the tech industry. However, his journey was far from smooth. In 1985, after a power struggle with Apple's board of directors, Jobs was ousted from the company he helped create. At the time, it seemed like the end of his career. Instead of giving up, Jobs channeled his energy into new ventures. He founded Next, a computer platform development company, and acquired Pixar Animation Studios. Both enterprises eventually became highly successful. Next technology laid the foundation for macOS, iOS, and other Apple products, while Pixar revolutionized the animation industry. In 1997, Apple acquired Next, bringing Jobs back into the fold. Under his leadership, Apple launched groundbreaking products like the iPod, iPhone, and iPad, cementing its status as one of the world's most valuable companies. Jobs' story teaches us that failure is not the end, it's an opportunity to reinvent yourself. As he famously said during a Stanford commencement speech, "Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith." His resilience and ability to adapt turned a devastating setback into one of the greatest comebacks in business history. Example 2. Colonel Harlan Sanders and KFC. Colonel Harlan Sanders, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken (KFC), faced numerous failures before achieving success. At age 65, he found himself broke and living off Social Security checks after a highway rerouting led to the closure of his restaurant. Despite his age and circumstances, Sanders refused to give up. He traveled across the United States, pitching his unique fried chicken recipe to restaurants. He faced rejection over 1,000 times before finally convincing a restaurant owner in Utah to try his recipe. From there, the concept took off, and KFC grew into a global franchise with thousands of locations worldwide. Sanders became a symbol of perseverance, proving that age and adversity are no barriers to success. His story reinforces the importance of persistence and belief in your vision. As Sanders once said, "I had nothing to lose, so I just kept going." His unwavering determination transformed countless rejections into a legacy of triumph. 5. Practical strategies to embrace failure effectively. Now that we've explored inspiring examples, let's dive into actionable strategies to help you embrace failure and use it as a catalyst for growth. Strategy 1. Reframe failure as feedback. Instead of viewing failure as a reflection of your worth or abilities, see it as data, a source of feedback that highlights areas for improvement. This mindset shift removes the emotional sting and allows you to focus on solutions. For example, if a marketing campaign underperforms, analyze metrics like engagement rates and conversion rates to identify gaps. Use this information to refine your strategy for future campaigns. By treating failure as feedback, you position yourself to iterate and improve continuously. Strategy 2. Cultivate self-compassion. It's easy to be overly critical of yourself when things don't go as planned. However, self-criticism only amplifies negative emotions and hinders progress. Instead, practice self-compassion by acknowledging your humanity and recognizing that everyone makes mistakes. For instance, if you miss a deadline or deliver subpar work, remind yourself that perfection is unattainable. Focus on what you can learn from the experience and how you can prevent similar issues in the future. Research shows that self-compassion boosts resilience and motivation, enabling you to recover faster from setbacks. Strategy 3. Create a failure journal. A failure journal is a powerful tool for processing and learning from setbacks. After each failure, write down: what happened? How did you feel about it? What lessons did you learn? What will you do differently next time? Reviewing your journal periodically helps you track patterns and celebrate growth over time. It also serves as a reminder that every failure has contributed to your development. For example, if you launch a product that doesn't resonate with customers, document the reasons why and outline steps to address those issues in future launches. Strategy 4. Surround yourself with resilient role models. Observing how others handle failure can inspire and guide you through your own challenges. Seek out mentors, peers, or public figures who have overcome adversity and achieved success. For instance, follow podcasts, read biographies, or attend talks by resilient leaders like Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk, or Serena Williams. Their stories provide valuable insights and reinforce the idea that failure is part of the process. As Helen Keller once said, "Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it." Drawing inspiration from role models reminds you that resilience is achievable. 6. Key takeaways for embracing failure. To wrap up this chapter, here are the core lessons to remember. 1. Redefine failure. View failure as feedback and an opportunity to grow rather than a sign of defeat. 2. Learn from mistakes. Analyze setbacks, extract actionable lessons, and apply them to future endeavors. 3. Stay resilient, build mental toughness, develop a support system, and maintain a growth mindset. 4. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge how far you've come, even in the face of challenges. 5. Take action despite fear. Courageously pursue your goals, knowing that failure is a natural part of the journey. By embracing failure, you unlock your potential to achieve extraordinary results. As you conclude this audiobook, reflect on the insights shared throughout these chapters. From mastering mindset to taking action and embracing failure, each step builds upon the last to create a comprehensive roadmap for wealth and success. Conclusion of the audiobook. As we bring this audiobook to a close, let's take a moment to recap the key lessons from each chapter. These principles form the foundation for achieving wealth, success, and fulfillment in every area of your life. Chapter 1. The Power of Mindset. Your mindset is the cornerstone of everything you achieve. By cultivating a growth-oriented perspective, identifying limiting beliefs, and embracing challenges, you unlock limitless potential. Chapter 2. Setting clear goals. Goals provide direction and purpose. Using the SMART framework, creating vision boards, and overcoming obstacles ensure that your dreams become actionable plans. Chapter 3. Mastering financial literacy. Understanding money management, saving consistently, investing strategically, and managing debt lay the groundwork for financial independence. Chapter 4. Building a winning network. Relationships are your greatest asset. By nurturing meaningful connections, leveraging your network, and practicing generosity, you create opportunities that accelerate your success. Chapter 5: Taking Action. Action transforms ideas into reality. Overcoming procrastination, building consistent habits, and celebrating small wins keep you moving forward despite challenges. Chapter 6: Embracing Failure. Failure is not the end, it's a stepping stone to success. By reframing setbacks, learning from mistakes, and staying resilient, you develop the grit needed to achieve greatness. These lessons are interconnected, forming a holistic approach to personal and professional development. Together, they equip you with the tools to navigate life's ups and downs while staying focused on your ultimate vision. Now that you've absorbed these insights, it's time to put them into practice. Remember, knowledge alone won't change your life. Action will. Start small, but start today. Whether it's rewriting your goals, reaching out to someone in your network, or taking one step toward a dream project, every effort counts. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent, intentional effort over time. Stay patient and trust the process. As you implement these strategies, you'll begin to see incremental progress that compounds into remarkable achievements. Here's my challenge to you: commit to applying at least one lesson from this audiobook each week. Over time, these small actions will add up to transformative results. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Think and Grow Rich, your path to wealth and success. I hope this audiobook has inspired you, provided valuable insights, and given you practical tools to elevate your life. If you found this content helpful, I'd be deeply grateful if you could 1. Like and share this video. Help spread these lessons to others who may benefit from them. 2. Subscribe to Wisdom Audiobooks. Stay updated with more inspiring content designed to help you grow personally and professionally. Your support means the world to me, and it motivates me to continue creating impactful content for you. Thank you once again, and remember, your wisdom journey starts here, and now it's up to you to take the next step. Wishing you boundless success, happiness, and fulfillment on your path ahead.